Good morning all. Again taking advantage of my one bike ride a day on my own. It's really eerie. Just came through my estate, nobody around, and this road here, which is normally chocker, still getting cars come down, but nothing like what it normally is. Very eerie indeed. Very strange. Now again, very nice day, beautiful day. This time last year we had snow, which is quite amazing. So it's a really nice spring day. It's this third day on the trot now. So a lot of the trees are reacting to it, and some of the buds are coming out. Of course, having hay fever doesn't help. It's sort of, yeah, not good. It's tree pollen that always gets me. It's the beginning of the year like now, and in next month or so, and then it sort of calms down. Grass pollen and stuff like that doesn't actually affect me. It's tree pollen. Oh, it's terrible. As you can see, look, there's hardly anything on this road for a major road. It's quite amazing. Large gaps where there's nothing happening. This is quite a good route for what I'm doing at the moment. This is all cycle paths, and it's away from everybody. All the schools are closed, so like I say, there's nobody using these paths at the moment, so it's quite handy really, so I don't have to get near anybody. Not that I've got anything yet, time will tell. I don't know about you, but I'm actually expecting it. I don't think it's a case of how can I not get it, it's a case of how can I not give it to someone else. I'm just biding my time. I just hope if I do get it, it's a mild case. I suppose we're all thinking that. And yeah, all you can do is wait and see until they get a vaccine, and then that will be the end of it, with a bit of luck, till the next one comes about. Although it's, like I say, eerie, but there's another feeling about, which is great. Those people you do meet, there's a lady back there, as you pass, just say good morning, and it's cheerful. It's like, yeah, everybody wants to say good morning or hello, and you get a response. Sometimes when you say hello to people, they look at it as though you've gone mad, or you want something, which is usually the way in this country now. So no, it's really nice there is a nice feeling about it. Again, socialism, it's not a bad thing to be social. So yeah, it's nice to see some socialism coming back into the country again. People volunteering and stuff like that, brilliant. Makes a change. Here we go. It's a nice set of traffic cycle routes, this. Actually, I'm heading down towards Cranford Park. There shouldn't be many people there. I'd have a look at the cycle track. The only way I can get in is through a gate the other side. Because I'm registered as disabled, I was given a set of keys so I can get into the gate. So I think I might as well go around the track a few times and then go off to Cranford Park. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. I haven't been over here for a while, so yeah, it'd be good. Well, that's typical Hillingdon Council for you. Like I say, they gave me a key to get in here, and because it's a public park, nice cycle track, but they've changed the lock and I don't have a key, so that means it's not actually a fire brigade key, a fire brigade lock I should say. So what happens if the building catches the light? How do the fire brigade get in? Do they have to smash the lock open? Typical council. There you go. Disappointed, because it's nice to get the trike round that track. And I'm also wondering how you get a disability motor through here as well, you know, now they've changed the lock. But I suppose it's someone in the council sitting behind a nice warm desk and has made the decision to change the locks without thinking about anybody else that may want to use the place. But such is life. They do have a key in there for the gate, but they're closed, so there's no one there to give it to me. Yeah, disappointed with that. Yeah, thanks Hillingdon Council for shutting me out of a public park. So we'll see, we'll go off to Cranford Park. That's a nice little ride, and have a little ride around the park. Okay, back on the route to Cranford Park. Great stuff. Bit of a tight squeeze. Oh. Cheers, matey. Didn't expect that, did you? Like I say, there's definitely a cheerfulness around when you exchange pleasantries. You get a pleasant response, which is great. Fantastic. Long may it last. Oh. I nodded to him, by the way. I didn't ignore him. I'll tell you what I would like to say as well, for older gentlemen, let's say. I was, over the last year and a half, having problems with my bladder, let's say, with rushing about looking for a toilet, and it quite began to wear down my confidence, really. A couple of little accidents, and yeah, so finally got myself off to the doctor, which I thoroughly recommend, and explained, and he said no problem, and he gave me this nice little box of pills, and I take one in the morning, every morning, and well, yeah, it's like I've got a new bladder. No, it's brilliant. Honestly, I can thoroughly recommend it if you've got a problem. And yeah, just remember they've got bladders too, so don't be shy about asking about things like that. Oh, look, people. Oh, another one. Morning. This is always a tight squeeze, this one. We can't get the tandem through this, it's too narrow. I could just about get the velo through that when I had the velo. By the way, the velo still not been found. It's heartbreaking, really. It's a shame. First hill of the day. And down the other side. What an amazing day. Absolutely glorious. Just made a little detour. Right, coming down the canal. I was just checking, they usually get a lot of homeless living under here. They did actually block it off at one time, but they managed to get the gate open. Yeah, it makes you wonder what a lot of these homeless are having to do. I mean, look, there's someone's home there, look. I don't think it's somebody been there for a while, so let's hope they're away somewhere. Someone's given them somewhere to stay. Not a nice place to have to sleep, is it, really? And there's a lot of them about, I tell you, more than what you think. One nation for all, that's what it is. Still bibbing each other, I see. Not a lot of compassion on our roads yet. This is going to be interesting because last time I came down here there was a lot of fly tipping going on, and I couldn't get through. It looks like it's still going on. Yeah, look at this lot. Wonderful. Modern Britain. Hey? How you doing, mate? All right? You getting what you need? All right, bruv. That's modern Britain for you. Look at it. Look. Living in fucking tunnels. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, this was completely blocked up last time I came through. I'm so shocked. Jesus. I was so shocked at what I just seen. Yeah, it makes my blood boil. All this bollocks about one nation for all, and the Tories looking after everybody, and they're living in a bloody tunnel. There was about 6 or 7 of them down there with all their stuff hanging out, all their bedding underneath the tunnel. It's bollocks, isn't it, really? There's a lot of reality people don't see. And I don't think they really care. That's how hard this country's become. Under a regime of harshness, make it as hard as possible for people. Nothing's designed to help you, it's all designed to hinder you. Like the welfare at the moment, people are trying to log on to it about, oh yeah, we're going to give you extra money. You try and ring them up, you try and get through, because the system is not designed to help people, it's designed to hinder them. So now it's hindering them, and it's sod all they can do about it, because it's designed to do it. Oh, great stuff. Okay, so we've got another gate that I probably haven't got a key to, so I can't get through to the park. Fantastic. I'm not having a very good day today, am I? Oh, it's such a nice day as well. Fantastic. Yep, that's another lock I can't get through. And they've spent thousands putting this up and made nothing so you can get a trike for it, or even a mobility scooter. Really, they're too big to get through there. However, I have a cunning plan. I was just looking over here and it looks like lots of people have had the same problem and they've broken the fence down. So look, there's a little driveway here where we can drive round it. Fantastic, that means I can get in the park. That's if they haven't locked that gate up over there. So the next plan is to bypass this thousands of pounds worth of gates and see where we can get to. Ho ho. Seems to be a glimmer of light in my ride today. I just hope I don't get a puncture. I don't need a puncture. I don't want to walk all the way home from here. Well, I can actually fix a puncture. I just hope I don't wreck my derailleur or something stupid like that. Well, that's very handy of them to break the fence down for us. Great stuff. Brilliant. It's a shame you've got to break things down to get your way through. Fantabuloso. Oh, the gate's open, that's good. So we can proceed into the park. This is the Yedding Brook. Yedding River. It used to be a deeper river many years ago. So it's mentioned in the medieval times. And I actually put it in my second book, because there used to be a large mansion here, Cranford Mansion, dating well before the 15th century, and this is the parklands where it sat in. Fantastic, nice park actually. Wow, almost empty car park. And this is a really nice church. Again, a private church that used to be up against the mansion. The mansion was just behind there, and it's a typical Catholic church that was actually left alone during the Reformation. So it's probably who you know, again, what you can get away with. So it wasn't touched. It wasn't wrecked during the Reformation. So it must be some sort of lord. I'll have to look it up. I've never really looked at the history of this mansion and that. I'll have to look it up. A strange thing, when I was a kid, I used to go to a school which is not very far away from here, just over the other side, and we were rooting about in the forest behind here. As you can see, it goes into quite a nice piece of land around here, and I'll just nip through here. It was those forests over there. We were playing over there. I must have been about 9, 10, and I literally fell over this whacking great big key, massive key, door key. And so it must have had something to do with the actual, with the mansion itself. And I took it home, and it seemed to vanish. To this day I've always wondered where it got to, but it was a beautiful 16th century key, big door key, massive, and I've often wondered what happened to it. Strange. What happens when you're kids, isn't it? Look at that for a tree. It's been there for a long time. And that one not far behind it. Yeah, it's a nice piece of land, actually. They do try to look after it as well. It's quite well managed. Underneath here there are some cellars as well, which was left over from the mansion, which was just over there, literally behind that building. You can still see the footings for it. And behind that is a big stable block where the horses were kept. I just encountered a very large Alsatian dog who didn't quite like the look of me. The owner's going, sit, 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 and the dog is totally ignoring her. So I said, that was a good try, wasn't it? So she managed to grab hold of it in the end. But I was just wondering whether it was going to bite me. It didn't like this at all, which most dogs, or even most horses actually, don't like. The only horses that seem to sort of put up with these trikes are the guards up London and police horses, but even they give them a look enough to say, you know, I wonder what that is. Good fun. So I've had my little ride, I think, and slow ride home now, I think. I'm pleased I got into the park anyway. There is a way, another way into the park I can get into, in case you're wondering, but it means negotiating. I don't know if you can see the traffic up there. It means negotiating a really bad roundabout. I mean, not designed for cyclists at all. That's why they've got all the cycling paths. You have to come through there, so you have to go right the way round from the other side, around this roundabout, through two sets of traffic lights to get to this driveway. And on this, oh, even I wouldn't attempt it. I did it once, and I did it once in the Velo, and that put me off straight away. I would never do it again. So I've got to find where I came up now. Oh, there we go. Nice one. Nice one, Cheryl. Nice little trip through the countryside. Oh, I've got to go back through with them poor bastards in that tunnel now. Oh, it's not much chokes me, but that really did choke me to see that. You know, whatever's happening in their life, whether they, you know, they're hooked on drugs or booze, or they got mental problems. You know, nobody should be living like that in a country like this with this sort of money. You know, I hate it when you hear this, when people say, oh, a lot of them won't do it, you know, won't live indoors. But that's crap. And, you know, nobody wants to live like that. Do me a favour. You know, they get institutionalised because they're forced into that situation. It really annoys me when I hear people say, like, oh, you know, some of them you can't help, you can help everybody. They're human beings. But that's really choked me, seeing that. I won't do the camera on the way through because they did stare at me a bit going through, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to belittle them, really. You've seen it once, and most people just ignore it and look the other way again. But that choked me, I must admit. It's not a lot chokes me, but that does. It's the socialist in me, it's the trouble. Got it off me dad. There's nobody here at the moment, so I will show you this. I mean, look, this is how people are living in this country. Look at it, look. Just unbelievable. It's just so fucking shocking. Okay, it's booze, but that's all they got. You know, that's all you got in life. That's what makes me laugh when you hear the Tories say, oh, we got our arms around you, like buggery they have. Look at it. Crazy bloody country. Nothing more to be said, really, is there? Really, it says it all. Such a nice ride. I think I'll extend the ride a little bit. I was going to go straight home, but I think I'll have a little trip through Haystown, see what I can get. This was an interesting place. This is where Nestlé's used to be. I worked there for quite a few months as a coffee roaster many years ago when I was much younger, roasting coffee in big Neotech roasters. Fantastic. The only job was such a shit job. I mean, it was 12-hour shifts, 3 shifts, very poor money. That's why I left in the end. But most of it's been knocked down now, all of it I think. I haven't been down here for a while. There was a very interesting building at the front. Nobody knew during the war. That was a experimental department, very hush-hush, during the war, where they used to experiment and design things. Apparently the bouncing bomb, part of it was designed in there, and I think it's knocked down now. Oh no, this is it. See this white building here? That top layer there was cut off during the war. You couldn't get up there, and it was guarded by soldiers. And like I say, that complete floor up there, you had all these Second World War boffins up there, hidden away. Now there's no light here. There's a bit left, funny enough. Just behind that hoarding there used to be the big towers where they used to make the coffee. I used to work in there. It would have been a great job, but just so much crap money, and the hours you put in. As a young man, shift work's no good, because when you're going to work when your mates are going out, you know, not good. Right at the bottom of here, I'll show you in a minute. Just down here is a nursery, council-run nursery, where my wife works, and she's in there at the moment looking after the children of the frontline people, NHS and necessary stuff, looking after their children. For these are the people that sometimes get forgotten that they're putting themselves out, just in there. And yeah, I'm a little bit concerned because of what she might bring home to me, but it's got to be, isn't it? At times like this, you have to put that aside and say, you know, she's doing a great job, a real job to keep the country going, really. Oh, I'm very proud that she's doing it as well. See, there is no need to panic. There's plenty available. I've just got my Beckanese for my hay fever and some paracetamol. So yeah, there's still stuff available. Just don't panic and don't be a pig about it. I've just gone on to my backup video cam. The other one's got a problem. I don't know what it is. It only seems to record so much and then it won't do any more, well below its capacity, so I think there's a problem with it. Mind you, that one is almost 20 years old, that one down there, and this one I've got in my hands 15 years old. I'm coming to the end of them, really. I'll buy them up second hand at decent prices. There's some on eBay, they want 200 and odd pounds for them, but I'm not that desperate. You know what I mean? And you can usually pick them up, or you could, I haven't looked just lately, you could usually pick them up for about 50 quid, which I don't mind shelling out for, but they're coming to the end now. There's not many of them left, I shouldn't think. It's a shame, because they're one of the best handheld cameras I've ever come across. You can work it with one hand and the picture's pretty good. And the one I've got in my hand here is a Mark III, just before they were sold over to the company that stopped making them. And it's got a stabiliser in it. I don't think it works very well, but at least it's got one in it. So yeah, all the Mark IIs are the ones I've mostly lost. I've got a couple of Mark 1s and they're brilliant, they're big fat things, they're twice the size of these, but I'm sort of holding those back because they also use a different battery, which is a lot better. So I'm holding them back, so when all these are broken and I can't get any more, at least I'm going to have 2 of the Mark 1s left over. It's been a bit of a eventful day, eventful ride, and it only being a short one too. So yeah, I got into the park, that was the main thing. Got shut out of the cycle track, and then I was a bit choked about seeing all them homeless guys underneath that tunnel. Like I say, there's worse in London, but when you see it out in the sticks like this, and there's no one around to help them, and yeah, nah, it sinks home. That used to be a fantastic cinema, that. I used to go to Saturday morning pictures when I was young. What a riot that was. There used to be tubs of ice cream thrown around, and you came out of there soaked with Kiora and ice cream. Used to love it. Used to love going to Saturday morning pictures in there. Absolute nightmare it was. I don't know how they put up with it, the staff. Oh dear, good memories. Still a glorious day. I wish I could have gone for a longer ride really, but I don't want to push it. And I haven't actually been out very much, as you've probably seen, because I've been writing my books for the last year. I've been hibernating really. I've written 3 books, and I've called it a halt to it now because I'm a bit booked out, as you can imagine. Got to let the old imagination recuperate, let's say. And you've got to want to write, and at the moment I don't want to. I don't have to. Oh, there's a bus coming, never mind. Anybody coming ready or not? How these fruit people are making a living, I don't know. There's 1, 2, there's about half a dozen of them up there. This actually concludes the ride of the day. I've enjoyed it getting out. Thank you, just give this man a wave, that's it. Let me through, it's really kind of him. One of those electric cars, you just can't hear them coming, amazing. So, I'll say ta-da, till the next ride. Be well, keep safe, and good luck to you.